Yeah, man. All right. So today is the 22nd of June, 2020. I'll always remember this day for some particular reasons that I'll probably discuss at a later time. So earlier, my video, I was talking about something that happened, and it was something that happened over the weekend on Saturday night. Really was going on throughout the weekend. So, um, I'm not going to get very detailed to protect certain people, um, even though they may not be innocent. But I feel like some people in this situation are very lost and confused. Um, so, but as I've always done, the telepathic saga of Kevin Christian's remote neural monitoring is going to have to be public. It's going to have to be out there, just like the rest of the story. The remainder of the story is going to be the same. So, there's a particular gang stalker, and this guy's been involved with my gang stalking situation all the way that I know of since 2015, when, or maybe 2014, some of the very early isolated incidents of artificial telepathy and EMF broadcasts and some of those things happening that were very isolated, now and then type of things. So it didn't become completely full time until 2015. But this particular guy, he's always been involved, and a lot of people proclaim him as their leader in this gang stalking organization, or whatever you want to call it. So what happened was, somebody contacted me, a female, and this isn't the first time. This has happened numerous times that people have contacted me and said, some of these people um, that you've got problems with gang stalking, I have the same problems, the same people. So this particular girl contacted me and said that she had some problems with some of these particular gang stalkers, and wanted to talk to me about it. And so we started to discuss things a little bit, and then we actually were hanging out. And so, um, but also, this girl was, and she told me, she kind of told me that she was trying to do this. She was reaching out to this particular gang stalker, okay? Because, and I get it. I mean, I don't get it, but I get it. I've been in that situation before, and where I was trying to reach out to people that I knew were involved with gang stalking me, and I thought that maybe that could help me um, find a solution to my problems, and it never did. It never did, um, but I can understand why somebody would want to. I don't know if that's the only reason that she wanted to, but she's looking for a solution to the problem that she has. All right, and so, but things got kind of nasty. Um, what happened was, this gang stalker didn't like me helping this person understand things. For one, that's what I can figure. That's what is openly. Um, that's the only open issue that I could see. So, what they'll do is try to take any action that they can to make things happen the way that they want things to happen. And so, whatever was happening, I was hanging out, and I guess I fell asleep, and the next thing I know, I'm getting woke up by this girl asking me to leave. And she had this gang stalker on her speakerphone. All right, I noticed who this person is, and you know, something was wrong. All right, and I don't know what, and I don't know if I was drugged, or some kind of bizarre broadcast, but things were cloudy, and this was a very bizarre situation to wake up to, and I was very confused why as to why this was happening, and obviously this wasn't the first time that they had spoke. So I guess here's what it is. Whatever it was, that's what it was. So this girl asked me to leave. I tried to talk to her. She wanted to talk. So I left. I went outside to my vehicle. I was trying to get my head on straight for the next 10 minutes or so. And then she walked out and she left. And I'm just like sitting there in her driveway. So I was like, okay, I'm going to leave. You know, definitely feeling strange right now, but I'm going to leave. So I did that. And so that was like 2 or 3, that was 3 nights ago. And then the next night, okay, I start getting a lot of text messages and calls from this guy, this gang stalker guy, that that's been involved in my situation for quite some time. So, the text messages are going on and on about showing up at my house and a lot of things that sound very threatening, and I have all of those text messages, but I'm not going to read those to you. But one thing that struck me, well, it's a lot of mean type of sounding dirty things, but I'm going to play these voicemails for you, and there's two of them, and one of them in particular, this guy's offering to sell me some safety. And I'm trying to figure out exactly what that means. He says quite a few things that I'm trying to figure out exactly what does he mean by this. You've been protecting me, and you got safety for sale, and all of these different things, and how you need to get me back on track. And these guys that are doing the live streams every day, it's a horrible torture situation. And today was probably one of the worst days of all time. There was 4 guys on my channel all day long attacking me nonstop. And I got all of these other things on my mind, and I took a huge personal loss today. I lost a family member today, and and it's just a lot of things piling on. It really is, man. It's a lot of things piling on. But anyway, let me play these. Voice messages for you, just to this this is typical. If a gang stalker contacts me with threatening things, or talking trash, or at least or saying something to give any kind of validation to things to do with my remote neural monitoring, of course I'm always going to post that. That's what I do. All right, so you could call me whatever you want to. Your opinion's not really that relevant to me. I do what I do, and and all the threatening stuff. You show up in my house and all of this kind of bizarre stuff, and I'm why do you even have my phone number? I mean, obviously we know how you got it, but here's the first one.
Come out, wherever you are. You've been a bad boy. Very disrespectful. Just a little sassafras. But we gotta get you revived, restored, kind of rewired, renewed. Gotta get you put back on solid ground, my friend. You're scattered, smothered, and covered. Hell, I've been protecting your ass for 15 years. And this is the appreciation I get. Come on, man. Come on. You think gonna help me? or you gonna fuck me? And I think we need to be clicking on all cylinders, playing on the same team. Last time I checked, we was. You're just the only one trying to jump ship, man. Cut the tide and burn the ship. That ain't wise. But I got safety for sale. You know I got safety for sale.
You got safety for sale. So he says he's got safety for sale. I don't recall ever that we were ever playing on the same team. What I recall is more like this group of gang stalkers trying to destroy me in any way possible over the last 5 years. That's the way I saw it happening, and I don't recall that we were ever playing on the same team. And as far as get me back on solid ground, get me back on the right track, I don't know what you mean by that, but there may be some truth in that. To be honest with you, maybe I was moving a little bit in the wrong direction. We all make personal choices and who we decide to hang around, and sometimes it's not always the best decisions. But just like I told you in that text message, thanks for the nudge. I do appreciate that. Not really at the time, but maybe it's the best. Here's the second one.
Kevin. I'll see you very soon, my friend. I gotta incorporate you in my schedule. I'm super busy. I know you've been dying to see me. But guess what? You're just a snack, my friend. And I went and showed this fine little, sweet little, precious little gal how to really ream out a hole. You just don't go in and out, right? First you got to get it, going. We all been guilty of that from time to time, but she thought she was so good till she realized that she'd been fucking a snack and finally got a full course meal. That's just awesome. Because you don't ever know, the way she talked you up. And I was thinking, and then you turned into a little sassafras. Had you spanking you with a belt. Well, I'm not big on that. You do it a little different way. But don't play gay games either. If you go past that first line on your index finger, it's fucking queer. But I hope you have a great remainder of the night, my friend. And a good, productive work week. And I'll see you soon, buddy.
I got to give it to you. You are definitely one sinister MF. For real. But I really don't know what to say about it. I don't know what to say about it. So I guess, as a gang stalker, you got what you wanted. It's a little bit depressing that, people can become confused and lost like they do when they're looking for a way out of this type of situation. So, I'm not really holding grudges, but, if you're targeted, if you people out there are targeted, you have to be very careful. You have to be very careful because things like this can happen. And, I don't think that this was originally a situation where they sent somebody to try to talk to me about, targeting. I think that this person that contacted me was genuine and that they definitely are targeted. There's sad part, right? I don't think that he gave her the neural monitoring. All right, uh, I think that I think that he played her. Okay, and I mean, there's a chance that he gave it to her and she joined him and all, but whether or not, either way, um, if somebody crosses you like that, then they've chosen their side, and at that point, you can't trust them, especially in a situation like this. So you have to be very careful about these things. But I have had situations in the past where these gang stalkers have sent somebody, to pretend to be a targeted person, and then it ended up being a really sinister plot against me, that had a horrible motive to get rid of me forever. And that was an intentional plot, and I've talked about that, a couple of years ago. I think it was about 3 years ago to the day almost when that happened. Like I said, I don't think that this was um, a plot against me like that. Um, but you never know, really. I mean, unless you're a gang stalker that has remote neural monitoring and you can know everything that's going on, you have to use your intuition. And I don't think that this person was sent to me telling me that they are targeted um, to initialize a plot. I think that they are targeted, and I think that they are looking for a way out of this situation. And they contacted me because whoever is targeted and looks up this type of thing, a lot of times they find me. And so they contacted me. And so that didn't sit well with the gang stalkers that are involved, which happens to be some of the same gang stalkers that are involved for me and for that other person. So, um, so I think when that person began to reach out looking for solutions, I think that they got played. I think that they got played. And in the meantime, um, you know, you did me dirty. And now I got this sinister guy back on my voicemail again. Um, it's not the first time. Probably won't be the last time, but it is what it is. And I don't know what to say. I don't know what to think about it. Really, it's a little bit creepy, but definitely got me finding my way. Definitely got me finding my way and finding myself, and staying off of that path to the dark side. So that's what's been going on. And as far as safety for sale, I ain't buying it.